Just, sitting out back again, enjoying the weather this morning, having a morning can of Monster. I don't drink coffee, so whatever. I figured, let's have a chat, guys. I'm in the chats and stuff like that, and I'm seeing just crazy panic, crazy comments, crazy perspectives, and mostly from people who don't know what they're talking about, right? Which is fine. Which is fine. The problem is it misleads people who are new, who are looking for some help, some guidance, and they're reading comments from people without any more experience than they have, who are saying it's a bear market and stuff like that. It becomes a real problem, right? Because now you're misleading people who are looking for guidance. So, first, what's up, official brother? Good to see you, man. First time in the comments here. Nice. Ty, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Quentin, what's happening, man? Good to see you guys. You guys are pouring in quick. Holy smokes. Chris, good to see you, man. Kizza, my guy, what's up, man? I wasn't expecting people to come into the chat for a little bit. This works well. Bro, I lost so much money because of Jasmine. L, let me know in the chat. Did you sell your Jasmine? Let me know if you sold your Jasmine. Can't sell at a loss. Exactly. Happy Monday. Taking a break from buying the dip today. I'm not taking a break from buying the dip, no. But if you are, then there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Having a good day with the family. Nice, John. Nice. That's a win right there, brother. Good day with the family is a win. Quentin, you got the notification. Nice. That's what I like to hear. Good to see you, bro. Still, I can't find your Caesar collab. You got to look for the Blockchain Buzz episodes. It's about 3 weeks ago now. Danny says, just got done with a Zoom call. Got to go ham designing. Nice. Got to get that dry powder, brother. You only lose if you sell. Exactly. Exactly. There's a difference between being down on stuff you're holding and losing money on stuff you're holding. And a lot of people, I guess, don't know the difference between the two. If you've sold your bags at a loss, then yeah, you lost money. If you're holding your bags and they're down massively, you haven't lost anything. You're just being impatient for the price to come back. That's all that is, right? Um, can you start posting your buy alerts again, please? Penny Packer, I make a video every single day for the Patreon showing all of my buys, showing all of them every day, every single day over on the Patreon. You're not watching the videos if you're missing my buys. Good time to DCA, Rob. I mean, yeah. I wouldn't ape, but in my opinion, I can't give you financial advice, but in my opinion, it is a good time to DCA, just not ape yet, because I don't think we're done going down quite yet. Still holding 1 million. Then you haven't lost anything. You haven't lost anything yet. We going any lower? I think Bitcoin could sweep the lows, but there's a CME gap between 91.5 and 92.5 that we have to fill, and we're close enough that we might as well just fill it, right? We're like $1,000 or $2,000 away from that right now. We might as well just fill it and get it over with, because then we have a CME gap to the upside of I believe there's one at about 96K, and then there's another one at between 104 and 110K. So this year's definitely been a learning experience for me, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, right? The winners in this space are going to learn a lot from what's happened this year. The people who are going to continue to lose are the people who are not learning anything, who are just they're so busy tied up with complaining and being angry and being upset that they're not taking any lessons or learning anything from the experiences that they're going through right now. They're going to continue to lose as a result, right? Altcoin season. I'm still in on Toshi. Yeah, Toshi will do well, I think, when meme coins come back. Lorena, good to see you. I checked my profile last night. Miria looked bad, but Zebek is strong. Yeah, I haven't looked at my portfolio in 5 weeks. I don't think. I'm finally out of debt and ready to jump in. Nice. There you go. There you go. Good positioning, man. Good morning, Jared. Good to see you, buddy. XCN, I'm still buying. My goal is 1 million. Nice. Good goal. Good project, brother. Potato Head, are there any circumstances you would sell any crypto to protect your assets, or would you just DCA? Um, I would just continue. Personally, I'm just DCAing. If you need to protect your assets, just make sure you're not doing it from a position of emotion. That's all I would really be able to tell you about that. Um, right? Make sure that you're not doing it. And listen, here's the thing. And I know people hate hearing it, but you probably are investing more than you can afford to lose if you're feeling right now that you need to protect your assets. You should only be investing money that wouldn't make a difference in your life if it all went to zero. And I know that that's not everyone can do that, or people want to get rich faster than that, but it is a true statement, right? Thanks, Rob. Buy the dip, people, says Alex. Quentin's selling Dairy Queen coupons for Zbeck. Anyone interested? Boss, if I close another week below 50, are we done? No, we're not. Uh, I'm just sitting on the side, maybe scalping when I can. Exactly. Yeah, I will be dropping 4 more trades in the trading group today as well for all of you that are over there. Ron says, "Hey Rob, I have to take money out for an unexpected expense. Should I take it from a project I'm down at least?" Well, I mean, if you take it from a project that you're down on, you can tax harvest it as well. There's that perspective, right? So, Rob, I hold Swift and I have a loss of 70K. Was thinking to do a wash, but converting to another coin. I definitely would not be selling at a 70K loss. That's just me, man. I wouldn't be doing that. Are your price predictions still the same? Yes, they're still the same. I look at my portfolio 24 times a day. No kidding, eh? A lot of people do. Only 24 times a day, that's it? Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those numbers up. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Restful Mind, Mewtwo in the house. Working for that dry powder right now. That's how it's done, man. That's how it's done. God bless, my friend. Can you give a brief, quick breakdown of how you started and how you made your life-changing gains? Thanks. Official, what I would encourage you to do if you want to know my story, I have a full video, a couple of full video breakdowns in great detail, painstaking detail, over on the Patreon, breaking down my entire journey, what my life was like before I got into crypto, how I was living paycheck to paycheck. Hydro was getting cut off, cell phones were getting cut off, barely getting by, to where I am today. There's a very, very comprehensive deep dive videos over on the Patreon that break all of that down. Um, if my losses exceed income, state perpetuals, tax write-offs. There you go. Silver lining, exactly. What are your price predictions? XCN prediction. I think XCN could get back to its all-time high at least. Was that 18, 19, or 18 cents, I believe? Um, on my way to my first job right now. There you go. Get that dry powder, man. Get that dry powder. This is concerning. I'm giving it till January, then I will reevaluate where I go. Morning, boss. Checking in from the Fiat factory. Milk money in the house. What do you think of XRP's price once all the ETFs come in? I think the ETFs for XRP are good for the big picture, but they're not going to make XRP's price go parabolic in the short term. Too many people are expecting that to happen. That's not going to be the effect, but it will have an effect on the price in the big picture. So you just got to wait. 30% price corrections from Bitcoin top puts us at 87K. Yeah, well, I mean, like I talked about yesterday, guys, listen. In 2021, Bitcoin corrected 54.78%. Yeah. Imagine that. Imagine how many people would be panicking then. And then you know what happened immediately after that? Both Bitcoin and the altcoins went absolutely parabolic after that. So, 100% agree about the wait for the XRP. Thanks for, hey, no problem. What do you see XRP's bottom? Bottom as in like bear market bottom or local bottom? Swiftcoin has lower to go. I think most altcoins have found their local bottoms, but I think that Bitcoin for the most part is going to sweep the lows at 91.5, 92.5, which isn't much further. So I think altcoins will probably kind of ping pong in a range that they're in right now for a while. So Attila dropping that super chat. Thanks for helping us stay level headed. Keep your head up, everyone. Let's be winners. Yes, exactly. YouTube holding the man down. Yes, I think people want XRP to hit $1 again. Well, no kidding. Yeah, I would be scooping it up at $1 for sure. Yeah, but the whole YouTube holding people down thing. It's funny. Somebody made a comment this morning on a short that I did, and they're like, "Funny how all the YouTubers are quiet right now." And I'm like, "Bro, quiet? I do 3 to 4 live streams on YouTube a day. Plus, I do a live stream on Pump.Fun. I live stream on X. I live stream on Rumble. Plus videos. Plus shorts. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Like, I have been anything but quiet." Like, I've probably been the loudest person on YouTube. Um, Love me some range. Yes, absolutely. Good morning, Braveheart. Good to see you, buddy. I think what do we got here? Restful Mind with the super sticker. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much, brother. Guys, I appreciate the support. I was thinking about doing these morning live streams consistently, kind of daily. I just wanted to test it out, see how many people, pop in. Just kind of a morning, coffee or can of Monster kind of a live stream, have a little bit of a chat, get everyone geared up for the day, you know what I'm saying? Seems like a good idea at the time. Rob screams from the rooftop skyscraper. Yes, exactly. Do it. Do it now. Has the cycle been more difficult? Um, Ethan, this cycle has been difficult, yes. More difficult than other cycles? I don't think so. The problem is that most content creators, they or most people, not even content creators, most people, they look back at previous cycles and see what ends up happening is throughout a cycle, you go through all of this terribleness, all this terribleness, the isness of the business, as LA Knight would say, right? And it's awful. It's awful. It drags and it feels like, but then all of a sudden you hit the blow off top and everything goes euphoric. Everything goes crazy and you make a ton of money if you do things right. And then what happens is 4 years later, all people remember about the previous cycle was how great it was when they made all that money. They forget all the times like right now that they went through, right? And then they look back on it later in the next cycle, like I said, 4 years later, they're like, oh, it was so much easier in 2021. The cycle was so much better and so much easier, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you something. There was 15 corrections, guys, 15 corrections that ranged from 11% to 54% in the last 12 months of the 2021 cycle. But no one remembers those. Everyone talks about the year of 2021 like it was all sunshine, rainbows, and lollipops, right? So Shannon with the super chat, grateful for you, Rob. God bless. Hey, God bless. Absolutely. uh China is completely trying to keep us. Yeah, that's another thing too, guys, that I wanted to talk about was Wintermute. A lot of people don't know this, but Wintermute is a market maker, probably the largest market maker out there, right? And they were the ones responsible for the crash on October 10th, where we saw that massive flash crash, the largest liquidation event for longs in Bitcoin's history, right? Well, again, last week, they sold off a bunch of crypto, dumped the market, and you know what they did? Do you want to know what they did, guys? They took all their profits, they dumped the market, and then they dropped the same night. They dropped another $1 billion back into the market again. That is pure market manipulation, right? And the reason they're doing that right now is because the volume is so low in the markets, right? And the liquidity is so low in the markets that it's easy for them to do it. So what are they going to do right now? They're going to do it again. They're going to let Bitcoin ride up again, and then they're going to dump again, right? And then they'll buy back in again. Listen, if Wintermute, the largest market maker in crypto, thought that we were going into a bear market, why would they dump another $1 billion into crypto? Think about that for a second, right? Tether just bought a whole crap load of Bitcoin as well. Tether, the largest stable coin in the industry, in the asset class. Why would they buy so much Bitcoin, billions of dollars of Bitcoin, if they thought we were going into a bear market, right? We have the largest entities in this asset class dumping hundreds of millions and billions of dollars into Ethereum and Solana and XRP and Bitcoin. And would they be doing that if we were going into a bear market? Just ask yourself that question, right? I think that, and listen, I get it, man. I was checking out my news feed on YouTube this morning, and I see it, man. All I'm seeing is, a lot of people that I know, even YouTubers that I know, are talking about it's a bear market. It's a bear market, right? Except for I know that a shout out to a couple people. I think Caesar is saying we're not in a bear market yet, like me. I think that Believes is saying we're not in a bear market, right? So I agree with those guys. I think that this market is so saturated with manipulation right now, and the fact that we are where we are in terms of sentiment and in terms of, just all the comments where everyone thinks that we are, screams bottom signal to me. It screams bottom signal to me, right? Think about it. Read the chats in everywhere you go, whether it's on X, on YouTube. Look at the news feed and all the videos, bear market, crash, all these thumbnails about, the worst case scenario. We're all going down. It's Armageddon. That's not a top signal, guys. That's a bottom signal. You have to understand that, right? Top signals are complete euphoria. Everyone's screaming that we're going 100 times higher. Everyone's screaming for a super cycle. It's never going to end now, right? It's just there's no more bear markets ever. That's a top signal, right? It's everywhere. It's all over the news. It's all over, like they barely cover it on like Squawk Box and stuff like that, or NBC or Fox Business. They don't even really talk about it that much. There's not euphoria. That's a top signal. A bottom signal is what you're seeing right now. And I really do believe that this is a phenomenal learning opportunity for a lot of you guys who are newer to crypto. So I've said this 100 times, guys. Make a diary or a logbook, whatever you want to word it as, right? Make one. And every day, write in there what's happening on the macro, what's happening with the price action, and how you feel about it, right? Because you're going to be able to go back and track that and learn from history. Because right now, like I said, I believe this is a phenomenal learning opportunity for people to be able to identify bottom signals, right? And what's going on in the market. You're seeing, like I said, you're seeing crazy, crazy bearish sentiment in the market, like rivals the worst I've ever seen. That's not a top signal, guys, right? It's not. It's a bottom signal. And I'm telling you right now, if we do rebound, like I think that we will over the course of the next 6 to 8 weeks, and we go on a monster run, a lot of you guys are going to completely forget about this, and you're going to squander this opportunity to gain experience and knowledge in the market because you're too excited about the pumponomics of what's going on that you've completely forgotten the lesson that's being taught to you right now, right? So pay attention, because if we do turn around, you're going to be able to identify down the road in the next time this happens in the market, and it will happen again. There will be more crashes and stuff like that in the future. You will be able to identify bottom signals instead of being emotionally charged about it and being scared and freaking out. You're going to be able to look back and go, you know what? Last time this happened, There was a monster reversal in price. So I'm going to buy instead of panic, right? So there's a lesson, there's a valuable lesson that's being taught right now. Right now. And some people will learn from it and be able to identify these signals, and some people won't. Which one are you at the end of the day, right? Let me get back into the chat a little bit. Daniel says, need always to have. Oh, I gotta scroll back. Need always to have enough money to buy the lows. Yes. Um, Mario, I've learned to take profits. There you go. Um, Gotta have those diamond balls. Oh, house. 100%, Rob. I may be down to 25K, but I learned so much this year. Yes. And those lessons are worth more than any amount of money because they're going to enable you to make more money down the road, right? So, uh, Jay Trades in the house. What's up, man? Hey, Rob. You the man. You the man. JPEG. Crypto JPEG. Morning, Rob. Did some tax harvesting. Nice. There you go. There's a silver lining right there. People are doing a little tax harvesting as well. Any thoughts on bond sell offs? Yeah, I was reading a little bit about it this morning. I was actually seeing that they were doing a buyback on debt, right? The U.S. Treasury was. So I'm going to do a little bit of a deeper dive into that at the 1 p.m. live stream. I will be live in about what time is it right now? It is stupid watch. It's 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. In 2.5 hours, I'll be live. Make sure you're here. I'm going to be talking a lot about that actually. So you're going to want to be there for that. Load it up on Peak. Nice, nice, Junior. That's a great project to load up on, man. I'm bullish. A lot of people are sleeping on. Guys, there's some projects, some sleeper D-pin projects and RWA projects that you guys need to be aware of, right? It's not financial advice, but projects like Peak and Plume, my goodness, guys, my goodness. Do not sleep on these projects. I'm telling you. I did deep dives into them. Make sure you watch those because I think you might be interested, right? That's why I call you Big Daddy Rob in my house. Nice. Cody with the super sticker. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you, my guy. Um, yeah. So anyway, guys, listen. I will be live in about an hour and a half. Okay. Sorry, 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. 1 p.m. Central. So make sure you guys are here. All right. We're gonna talk about the Fed debt buyback. We're gonna talk about a lot of different things. So make sure you guys are here for it. And I will put the link. Guys, get over to the Patreon. 50% off right now, okay? 50% off for new members. Get over there, sign up today. I'm dropping 4 more trades over there today as well, so you're not going to want to miss that. Cody says smash the like. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button, guys. Show me some love. Can XCN Goliath chain XCN Goliath can't wait for the mainnet comes. Yeah, I agree. That'll be good. That'll be good for the big picture. So, all right, guys. Yeah, click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in about 2.5 hours, 1 p.m. Central. God bless.